Hello everyone. Today we discuss about development process of MIS part 3. So development of long range plans of the MIS. The plan for development and its implementation is a basic necessity for MIS, Management Information System. In MIS, the information is recognized as a major resource like capital, time, and capacity. If information, that is, resource, is to be managed well, it calls upon the management to plan for it and control it for the appropriate use in the organization. With the advancement of IT, it is possible to recognize information as a valuable resource like money and capacity. It is necessary to link its acquisition, storage, use, and disposal as per the business needs for meeting the business objectives. So we need MIS, Management Information System, flexible enough to deal with the changing information needs of the organization. It should be open system. The designing of such an open system is a complex task. It can be achieved if MIS is planned keeping in view the plan of the business management of the organization. Now, contents of the MIS plan. A long-range MIS plan provides direction for the development of the system and provides a basics for achieving the specific targets or task against a time frame. So business plan, business goals and objectives, MIS plan, MIS objectives consistent to the business goals and objectives. Business plan and strategy, and MIS plan, MIS objectives consistent to the business goals and objectives. Business plan is a strategy and plan, and MIS plan, information strategy for the business plan implementation playing a supportive role. Business plan management for executions of control, and business plan system development schedule matching the plan executions. Business plan operation plan for the executions, and MIS plan hardware and software plan for the procurement and the implementation. Now MIS plan is linked to the business plan. MIS goals and objectives. Goals are to consider management philosophy, policy, constraints, business risk, internal and external environment of the organizations and the business. The typical goals, as I mentioned right now, provide an online information on the stock markets and the account balances. The query processing should not exceed more than 3 seconds. The focus of the system will be on the end users' computing and access facilities. Information support will be the first in the strategic areas of management such as marketing or service or technology. Strategy for plan achievement, development strategy, and online, a batch, a real-time technology and platform. System development strategy, SSAT or OOT, database versus conventional, etc. Resources for system development, in-house versus external customized development versus the use of packages. Manpower compositions, analytics, programmer skills and know-how. The architecture of the MIS, it provides a system structure and their input, output and linkage. It also provides handling of systems and subsystems by way of simplifications coupling and decoupling of subsystems. The system development schedule of MIS. A schedule is made for the development of the system unless the system are fully developed, their integrations is not possible. Hardware and software plan. Giving due regards to the technical and operational feasibility, the economics if investment is worked out, then the plan of procurement is made after selecting the hardware and software. The selections of the architecture, the approach to the development and choice of hardware and software are the strategic decisions and needs to be taken very carefully. The organizational strategic plan should be the basis for the MIS strategic plan. The IS development schedule should match with the implementation's schedule of the business plan. The choice of information technology is a strategic business decision and not a financial decision. Now, model of MIS plan. Business environment and current operations focus where we are. Current and new missions, goals and objectives focus where do we want to reach. Trade-off between risk and rewards focus what is the risk, support info to resolve risk. Details of the strategy and policies decision affecting the business focus how do we achieve the goals and objectives. Strategic planning, managerial and operational focus what is the key information. Information technology details focus what are the tools for achievements. Details of the system and subsystems focus when and how will it be achieved. Manpower and delegations details focus who will achieve it. Details on the investment schedule focus how much will it cost. Now, ascertaining the class of information. Information is classified on the basis of its applications and the users. Example of information: the number of employees, products, services, locations, the type of business, turnover and variety of the details of such one of these entities. User, many users at all the levels. Purchase, sales, production, stock, receivables, payables, outstandings, budgets, statutory info. Users, functional heads and others. The trends in sales, production, technology, the deviations from the budget, targets, norms, etc. Competitors' information, industrial and business information plan, performance and target and its analysis. Users, middle and the top management. Status informations on a particular aspects such as utilizations, profitability standards, requirements versus availability, info for problem solving and modeling, overdue payments and receivable. And users, middle management and operations management. Info on the production, sales, purchase, dispatches, consumption, etc. in the form of planned versus actual, the info for monitoring of execution schedules. Users, operational and management supervisors, selecting officers. Now, functional managerial information. The functional information is defined as a set of information required by the functional head in conducting the administrations and the management of the function. Functional information is largely factual, and statistical and detailed in multi-dimensions of the function. Such information is used for planning, budgeting and controlling the operations of the function. If you take sales information, it can be processed in several ways such as product groups, market segments, geographic zone and locations, etc. The functional informations can be assessed on the following three parameters that I mentioned right now: the work design, the responsibility, the functional objectives. Now, work design, for example, for the customer order scrutiny, the available stock, the price, the terms of payment, and the probable delivery is an information set evolved out of the work design of customer order processing. The procedures of the order processing requires this information. Now, responsibility. The managers in the functional area of management are responsible for achieving the targets and accomplishing the goals and objectives. So important to inform and update the informations on target at regular intervals. Functional objectives. Each function has its own objectives which is derived out of the corporate goals. Some of the business plan objectives are given below, based on the which each function is the organizational derives its objectives that I mentioned right now. The total sales per month is rupees 10 million. The finished goods inventory not to exist rupees 1 million. The outstanding more than 6 months not to exist rupees 0.2 million. The employee attendance per month should be 90%. Now, determining the information requirement. The sole purpose of the MIS is to produce information which will reduce uncertainty risk in a given situations. The difficulty to determine a correct and complete set of information is on account of the factor, the capability constraint of the human being as an information processor, a problem solver and a decision makers. The nature and the variety of information is precise term. Reluctance, unwillingness of decision makers to spell out the information for the political and the behavioral reasons. The availability of the decision makers to specify the informations. Now, methods of determining informations. There are 4 methods of determining the information requirements. They are asking for interviewing, determining from the existing system, analysis the critical success factors, experimentations and modeling. Now, asking for interviewing. A designer of MIS puts questions or converses with the users of the informations and determines the information requirements. Putting the question is an art and it should be used properly to seek informations. When multiple users or several decision makers in similar functions or positions are involved, a brainstorming session is performed to cover. The experts or experienced users are asked to give their best answers. Now, determining from existing systems. In a number of cases of existing systems which has been evolved after a number of years and has been designed out of experience, give you the requirements of information. Moreover, the system from others companies can give additional information requirements. Now, analyzing the critical success factors. Every business or organizations perform successfully and on efficient management of certain critical success factors. In a high technology business, the management of the technology becomes the critical functions. In a consumer industry, marketing and service becomes the critical functions. Now, methods of determining information. Experimentations and modeling. When there is a total uncertainty, the designer and the user of the information resort to this method for determining the information requirement. The experimentations would decide the methodology for handling the complex situations. Test marketing of a product is an approach of the experimentations to decide the correct marketing strategy. Now, development of and implementation of MIS. The development strategy determines where to begin and in what sequence the development can be take place with the sole objectives of the assuring the information support. The designer first develops systems independently and starts integrating them with other systems, enlarging the system scope and meeting the varying information needs. Determining the position of the system in the MIS is easy. The real problem is the degree of structure and formalizations in the system and procedures which determines the timing and duration of development of the system. Now, prototype approach. When the system is complex, the development strategy is prototyping of the system. Prototyping is a process of progressively ascertaining the business information needs, the developing methodology, trying it out on a smaller scale with respect to the data and the complexity, ensuring that it satisfies the needs of the users and assesses the problems of development and implementations. This process therefore identifies the problem areas and inadequacies in the prototype fulfillment of the information needs. The designer then take steps to remove the inadequacies. So that's the end of the video, my friends. If you like my video, please subscribe my channel. Thanks a lot for watching my videos.